everybody. Today's video finds us over here in the Phra Pradaeng District of Bangkok. And what we're going to take a look at is we're going to take a look at a fortification, one of the few fortifications that's still remaining here. This one here was built in 1815 under the reign of King Rama II, and it was built to guard the mouth of the Chao Phraya River. It's been closed up and it's in pretty rough shape, but it is still a little bit of the history of the region. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at this. I'll walk through here and we'll look around. It's not open very often anymore. It's supposed to be like a public park, but they keep the gate closed up. So I got lucky and found it open today, so let's walk through here and enjoy it. This is the outer wall right here, and then the gate that takes you in. You can see that it originally was all stucco, and now it's just showing the brick core. And then here is the entrance over to here. So this is a registered historic landmark, but they don't do a very good job of maintaining it. And it's a shame because it's mostly intact. Everything is still here. You can see the way that they styled it with that stucco and then the brick core of the building. So you would have went inside here. This would have been the center area, and then you would have the ramparts over here for the soldiers to climb up and do their thing. Now there's just a lot of like moss, like a really damp feel in here. It looks like it's flooded fairly recently, and it's been just recently drained. You can see how the moss and stuff like that is growing here. Now this right here, this is kind of cool. This is a ramp that they used to tow cannons up. And then they have the places down below the wall here that would have been like the billeting area and storage for ammo. And they got some fans over there with like some propane tanks. And then you can see the stairs kind of in bad shape. How it's bowed right here. It'll come crashing down one of these days. In fact, these bricks fell off. Looks like pretty recently. Maybe came out of that right there. So you can see the arches here, and this is would have been an earth embankment, and then they would have used bricks to shore it up. And now they're just using it to store like paint and stuff like that. You can't go inside there. I don't think I'd want to go into it anyway. It's really musty and wet. Might run into like some kind of snake or something in there. And it looks like the channels for drainage. You see they got one of the gates over there, and they got some tables and stuff. Looks like they had some things for the kids, big giant bunnies, but now they're not in use. So this is the upper part here. This would have been the high point. That would have been the main purpose of this. And this looks towards the Chao Phraya River. We'll go over there and we'll see if we can see the river. Looks like there's a lot of trees and stuff here now. They built kind of a sala here. But yeah, this is the top part of the wall. Yeah, and everything is almost all intact here. I have one of the cannons still sitting here. Long defunct. And then you can see the wall and everything. And then the outer wall. Yeah, I would say this place is probably 95% still intact, but they don't do anything, it doesn't look like, to maintain it. Looks like there's a school over here. I can see a little soccer pitch for the boys to come over here and run around. Yeah, so when this was in use, they would have obviously hacked these trees down and all the brush would have been cleared out. Now you can see the water right over here, so that's the Chao Phraya. And then the Chao Phraya is just on the other side of these trees here also. You can see up there, that's the bridge over there by Samut Prakan, and another bridge over there. Yeah, so this would have been a strategic location. Now it's just a part of the forgotten history here. Nobody comes over here. I don't even think the locals come over here much. And we got one more cannon here. Yeah, this one here is quite large. You can see that it was on rails. You can see how they would have pulled it right there. And then whenever it would have fired, it would have recoiled back and then they would have pushed it back up into position, and they've plugged the end of it with a cannonball. Oh, and I have a third cannon. I walked right past this one. Yeah, and it's just in here, it has bamboo and all the other brush and stuff like that here. Yeah, it's interesting enough. If you're a history lover, then definitely come over here and take a look at this. I've done all the walls and fortifications, and I'd never had a chance to come over here and check this one out. So here we are today. Yeah, they've set it in concrete, took all the firing mechanism out. Still would have been a pretty formidable cannon back in the day, 200 years ago. Yeah, you can see the bamboo and the rest of this little park here. Not much else to see other than 3 little cannons and a little bit of the walls and stuff. Yeah, you can see what's happening to the stairs here. Cracking and sloughing off a bit. Most of the rail is gone. And then over here, here's the other side. So they have the rebar mesh there to keep people from climbing up inside of there. And then all the junk that's just kind of pulled over here. Yeah, and that's what it looks like inside. So it had a little arch walkway. You could have went to different parts of the wall. And they got the rabbits over here. Yeah, that's the whole fortification. Kind of an interesting place. But definitely off the beaten path also. There's not a mob of tourists here at this place. Well, that'll finish up our quick little video over here at this Rama II fortification. It's interesting enough. It's something I've been wanting to do. I've come over here before and it's been locked up. So this is my first chance to get in here and walk around. It's a disappointment. They're not taking care of it like something like this really should be kind of maintained a lot better than it is. But it is what it is, lack of money and really probably lack of interest. People just don't want to come over here and take a look at it, just people like me. So anyway, we got to look at it today, so hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, smash the like button. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, and you get to see some more stuff like this. And if you know more about this little fortification than I do, let me know. That way everybody that watches the video can read a little bit about it and learn more. And I would like to learn a little bit more also. So until next time, from over here in Bangkok, remember, life is a journey. So until next time, enjoy.